Hi there! Welcome back to another video on this channel. Today I have an exciting video for you because guess what came in today? Do you know what this is? Oh my god. Yes, I got my hands on the Colourpop Animal Crossing collection. Let me kind of show you guys the box. Ooh! 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 Ooh. So yeah, today I thought I would be reviewing everything that's in it and kind of like giving you guys my thoughts on it. I haven't tried this makeup yet. I've been holding off for this video. So we're going to kind of discover it together. If you're interested in that, just keep on watching. Okay, so like I said, I haven't used this makeup just yet, and let me just kind of do my base first before we really get into the makeup because they don't really have any like base products in this collection. It's very much more eyeshadows, glitter, lip tints, and blushes. But yeah, anyway, so this collection is really controversial, I think, because when it came out, I had to have it. I have been playing Animal Crossing since I was literally on the GameCube, like, as a youngin'. And I just love it. I love the franchise. I love everything about it. I think it's the cutest sort of franchise besides Pokemon. It's got the same sort of collecting mechanic as Pokemon. I think that's why I like it a lot. But it's just so much fun to do, and it's like kind of like mindless almost, and I feel like that's why a lot of people can get behind it. It's like there's no right or wrong way to play, which is what I like. I just like decorating and cute things in general. So when I saw this collection, it had to be me. It had to be me. I busted coin. I literally waited for the drop, and I was like one of the first ones in it. Like at the 2-minute mark, I got it, right? I think they are restocking for Valentine's Day, and I hope this video goes out on Valentine's Day or around it. So, it seems more like in real time. But I heard a lot of people complaining about this because they didn't think that it was like enough, I guess, or they thought the palettes were too small, or they didn't agree with the packaging. And I'm going to show you what it looks like and what I feel about it, and why I think those people are either right or wrong in a minute. So let me just finish dusting this powder on, and then we'll get into it. Okay, so back to the collection. So it comes, if you order like the bundle set like I did, it comes in a big box that pretty much looks like a mailbox. But then you get a note from Tom Nook, and it says, "I had these made especially for island residents." Very cute. I also, since I bought the full collection, got some complimentary stickers. Ooh, let me take the plastic off of that. See, look how cute. And they have my boy Stitches. In case you guys need to know, he's my favorite villager of all time. I love Stitches. He's a lazy bear. And look at him. Okay, I know like the internet calls them dreamies or whatever, but he would be my dreamie, I think. He's like my all-time favorite. I wish I had him on my island. I don't. I will get into what villagers I have and don't have, but he is one of my ultimate favorites. So yeah, I got these stickers too, which I'm planning to put on my laptop or my water bottle. They're cute, But yeah, let's dive into this collection. So in it, you get these 2 blushes. This is the packaging for the orange one, and this is the packaging for the pink one. This is called Flower Power, and the other one is called Flower Tender. Now, normally I do use mostly corals, but for the look I'm doing today, I'm doing a very high fantasy, cutesy type look, so I'm going to be using a pink. And let me just pull the pink one out. If you don't know, the packaging to me feels, even though it's cardboard, it feels really nice. Like the characters are kind of above it, like they like rise up, they're not flat, so it's a nice feel, And let me show you the cartridge. Yeah, so the inside kind of looks like that, and this is like the actual component, and it's the same as the outside packaging. Some of the animals are raised. I think it looks really nice, and then that's what it looks like on the inside. So it's like more purpley pink, like that, and it's got the little flower press, just like the flowers in Animal Crossing. Hello me. But yeah, so that's what that looks like. There is some glitter in there, so if you don't like blushes with glitter, that's like too bad for you, I guess. But so it's very like pastel-y pink. Likewise, I'm going to show you the orange right now. Let me just put that over there. And the orange, I think these are called Cosmos. Like, there's a whole bunch of flowers you can do. I don't really get into flower breeding myself. But this is the coral color for the blush. I like this color for blush a lot better. I think it's more flattering on me. But yeah, so this is what it looks like. It's very similar to the other one. It's just done in like a coral instead. See? So if I swatch the two of them, there's that. And then this is the residue that's left on the pink one. Hang on, let me get a better swatch for that. See? Yeah, those are the two there. Like I said, normally I would use the coral, but I think I'm going to go pink today, although I say that now and I'll probably change my mind. But yeah, both brushes do have a little bit of glitter in them. And then let me show you what else is there. I think these are going to be pretty popular. I'm not really sure about the internet right now because I haven't really checked other people's reviews of this, other than the ones that are obviously sponsored because they came out like a whole few days before the review. So those are probably biased. But these are the lip tints that I was really excited about. So they come in 3 different sets of 2, and they're based on the fruit trees in Animal Crossing. So my island had peaches on it from the get-go, and I think it's pretty much agreed upon that peach is the favorite fruit for everybody. My island's called Pêssego, which means peach in Portuguese. But yeah, so this is the mini tints for these two. It's Peach Surprise and Orange Cutie. This one is Coconut Juice and Incomparable, and they're both like the green fruits or whatever. And this one has the red ones. This is Juicy Apple and Cherry Cherry, and they're lip tints. These have a similar packaging to the blushes where the critters themselves are kind of raised. I think it feels nice, so I kind of like it. But let me show you all the colors real quick. So these are the reds, or redders. You can tell one of them's like a red, and the other one's more of like a berry red. The cherry one is the true red, and then the Juicy Apple is more of the berry. And let me see if I can swatch these on my other hand for you. Ooh. Oh, this one actually kind of smells like cherries. Oh my god. I wonder if they all smell. The cherry one smells very, very good. Ooh. Did I get some on my nose? I don't know. This is kind of appley. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be scented or if that's just my brain playing tricks on me. But they smell good either way. So these are the two, the reds, the berry and the true red right there. I should preface that they are lip tints. They are not lipsticks. So they're not going to be as pigmented. But as it looks like on my hand, they look pretty pigmented to me. So, yeah. Let me try the green ones next. So the ones that are the pear and the coconut are more browns. So this is like a deeper brown, and this is more of like a neutral brown. This is the top one's the pear one, and the bottom one is the coconut one for coconut juice. Now, I don't like coconut, so I should be able to smell this right away if it is scented. Oh, yeah, I think it is. I think it is. So let me put that right above the other ones. Oh, yeah, this is pear. Yeah, so I think they are scented, which is kind of cute. I don't think I had people talk about that before. But I really like the pear one. I'm a little bit biased because my married last name is Pereira, and that's Portuguese for pear tree. So I kind of like pear stuff anyway. But even before that, I liked pears. But yeah, let me just close that up for you and show you. So the two brown ones are above. This one's the coconut one, and this one's the pear one. More nudes. And then the last one's going to be the orangey set. Is this peach? Yeah. See, I tried smelling these last night. I was like, I didn't want to put anything on, but I did want to play and check things out. And I didn't smell it last night, but now I'm smelling it. So this is more peachy. I think the most noticeable one in terms of smell is the cherry one. But this one looks pretty similar to the pear one, but it's a little bit lighter. I swatched it right next to it so you can see. But these two are more oranges, but they're still nudes. I don't think they're a true orange. They're more nudes to me. See? This one is orange and this one's peach. Yeah, this one's orange. I can smell it. So, yeah, let me put that on my hand for you. I did hear complaints of people thinking that the oranges and the browns look too similar. And I have them on my hand, and they are similar, but they are definitely different tones. Like, if you look at this, so these are the two browns, and then these are the two oranges I did. So you can kind of see where these two do look similar, but this one definitely has more of an orange tone, and this one is like more of a salmon kind of color. So these are the lip tints, and you can tell they're all kind of shimmery. But yeah, that's what they look like, and they come, again, in these packagings right here. So, I did that for you. I'm saving the eyeshadows for last. Sorry. And then we have well, let me do that. Let me do the glitter first. So this is Billionaire. It is the glitter that comes with it. Now, I've seen online from other people that these are not eye safe, so you should not put these on your eyes. This is more of a body glitter, but you can still probably put it on your face. So this is just like a chunky glitter, and it's based on bells, which is the currency in Animal Crossing, and look at that. Look at that. I don't care who you are. I love this. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my other hand for you guys too. And like, if you look how pretty. Like, come on now. It's like a wet, chunky consistency. But see, you kind of, see, look what it looks like on my finger. Oh my god. Like, I just want to bathe in it. So let me put that on my thumb for you here. Oh my god. Imagine, though, having, like, your whole body covered in this. Like, one can only dream. Like, now I know why so many celebrities have that kind of photo shoot where they just cover themselves in gold, because, hello. But yeah, so that's the glitter. This is probably intended for people who like going to, like, festivals and concerts and stuff. You can't really do that in 2020, but who's going to stop you from putting glitter on yourself in your own home? So, yeah, I had to get that because I was like, oh my god, that looks so cute. And I'm going to be using it today. I am going to be putting it on my face. And normally I've seen people online put it like here as like a highlight. Today I'm going to try to use it as like freckles. So hopefully my vision in my head turns out to what I think it will be. So I'm going to start moving on to the eyeshadows. The first one I'm going to show you guys is actually the Super Shock eyeshadow. These come like on Colourpop. They're more single based and they're really hyperpigmented shiny eyeshadows. This one's called Balloon Pop and it's decorated like the present that normally falls when you shoot the balloons on the islands, which is super cute. And it's like nothing too bright or crazy. It's the outside looks like this, and it's got the little leaf symbol like in Animal Crossing. That's kind of like all over the packaging, and that's all over the packaging in other Animal Crossing Nintendo products as well. So they really hone in on that leaf. And this is what the eyeshadow looks like. Ooh. It's more like a champagne-y color, I think. It's like pinkish mauve color. So when I swatch this, I'm gonna also put this on the back of my hand next to the glitter, I guess. But it's like it kind of blends in with my skin tone a little bit. Obviously, that's gonna go look different if you have like a different skin tone than me. But see, it's like more just like an overall shimmer color. Again, it looks very close to like my skin, so it's not super bright, but it is like a more neutral shine. This would be a very pretty highlighter if you are somebody who wants something super bright for like a party or something. I definitely recommend that. I actually had a shadow like this in a brighter color, and I loved it. I used it all the time. It's just this one is more neutral than the other one I had, and you know, it's pretty good too. I'm not saying it's not good, but it's just it's more neutral for me, even though it's super shiny. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the True Friends eyeshadow block bookcase, whatever this is. So the outside, again, is like all the pastel colors kind of ombre together, and those are the eyeshadow palettes. They each have their own name. Again, the packaging is the same thing where some of it's raised. These are, instead of the villagers on the other packaging, this has all the NPCs. I think Isabelle was on the other packages too, but Isabelle's like a queen, so she belongs on everything. But yeah, so these are all the NPCs. So the Bell sisters, Blathers, the Nooklings, all of them. So they each have their own palette. And if you follow me on TikTok, which you should, I'll put my TikTok handle or link or whatever somewhere in this video. I have been doing like little openings. So I did this opening first for the Nook Ink palette, which is super cute. This is very much in line with, again, all other Nintendo merchandising. They use this mint color a lot. And it's very like, again, the Nooklings are raised, kind of reflective. And I will go ahead and open up the mirror and the shadows for you guys. Please ignore the glare. But yeah, so these are the colors. The top one, I'm going to go like top here and then go across. So this one here is Yes Yes. The one next to it is called Made in the Shade. The one below it is called CEO, the dark green. And then the last color is called Water Landing, and they look like this. I think this is super fun. I saw some criticisms of this packaging saying that they thought it looked like kids' makeup, and I can kind of see that because it's very pastel-y colors or it's very color-coded. But if you look at like all Colourpop palettes, they're kind of color-coded anyway. Like they're the ones that really started the rainbow trend before Jeffree Star did. When doing like a palette of just pinks or a palette of just pastels or a palette of just neutrals, palette of just reds. So this is very in keeping with their brand, at least. And so I'm going to go ahead and swatch the greens for you on my arm. Okay, for this palette though, I should note that the CEO, the glitter color in the bottom, is meant to be a body glitter too. At least I've seen the other influencers say that. So you're not supposed to put it on your eyes, although like, or it's not eye safe. But, so you're not supposed to put it on your eyes, but I feel like if it's an eyeshadow, this is my one criticism. If it's in an eyeshadow palette and people don't explicitly look for reviews or read that, they're going to put it on their eyes anyway. So I personally feel like it's kind of irresponsible to put something that's not eye safe in a specific eyeshadow palette. That's just me though. Let me show you the colors on my arm. Oh, that's so well organized. Do you see that? So again, these are the shades in the green palette. This is the CEO glitter, and it looks really pretty. You could probably use this as a highlighter too, if you want a more cool tone highlighter. All the other colors are fine to put on your eyes. It's just this one, which is a shame because it's the shiniest glitter one. If you're someone who doesn't really care about that, and you're like, I'm going to do it anyway, have at it, you know? Who's going to stop you? It's your body, I guess, but just be known that this is technically not eye safe. Okay, so this is the next eyeshadow palette on the list. This is called What a Hoot, and it has Blathers and his sister Celeste on the cover. Blathers is the NPC that runs the museum, and Celeste appears every now and then when there are shooting stars, and she gives you fun furniture DIY recipes and stuff that are based on the zodiac signs. She's a true astrology bae. And then let me kind of open up and show it to you. So the palette looks like this. It's definitely more golds and neutrals, but again, they're both brown owls, so it kind of fits, you know, their character design. But this one, so starting from the top here, is Meteor Shower, Celestial, All Flutter, and Whoo, which is very, very cute. So again, like the other palette, it is marked on the back just so you know with the asterisk to show you which one is not eye safe, even though I think that's kind of silly. Yeah, it has the apostrophe and it says not intended for use in the immediate eye area, even though it's an eyeshadow palette. But yeah, so Meteor Shower works the same way as the CEO glitter does. It's just in a different placement. But I will swatch all of these for you guys as well. Okay, so on the other side of my arm, I swear to God, I did not space this out accordingly. I'm a little crooked. So these are the swatches for all the eyeshadows. They're definitely more in the gold and neutral tones. I really like this duochrome one here. I feel like it's really pretty and reflective. This is what the glitter looks like. Again, would be an amazing highlighter, especially if you're like me. I tend to use more gold tones highlighters and things like that for my skin, just because I have neutral undertones, but I use a lot of warms anyway. So that could be a fun highlighter. I think the brown's really, think these eyeshadows, they're pressed powder, so they're going to be really pigmented. You just have to be careful because there might be a little bit of fallout. We will see when we put these on my eyes, but I do like this palette too. It's like an everyday little neutral palette, super easy. You can have this in your bag and pull it out to touch up makeup whenever. So I think in terms of practicality, this is a best option. If you're going to pick one eyeshadow palette, I think this one would be the most practical one you could use. Okay, so now for my Shih Tzu Queen, I swear to God. This is 5 Star Island. I love this. So this is, again, the pressed eyeshadow palette. So, okay, I need to point out this difference to you guys, because I was really excited to use this palette, but now I'm a little... Okay, so I have to point this out to you guys. I was really excited to use this palette, but it turns out there's two pigments in here that aren't meant to be used for the eye area, even though there's only one in each of these. So the two that you're not supposed to put on your eye is Island Tune and Island Designer, which, sorry, this is like so dirty, is this one, this pink, and this one, which is this pink glitter. And I really wanted to do a pink look today. I probably still will, but I might need some finagling. So let me just tell you all the shades anyway. So Isabel is the yellow one. Island Tune is this pink, this matte pink right here. On the bottom, Resident Rep is this cool mauve one, this cool like maroon one that has a bunch of different glitters in it. It looks gorgeous. And then this is Resident Rep, which is the pink hollow glitter too. I wanted to do my look based off of this because I wanted to do something really pink and fun and basically turn myself into my own like anime Animal Crossing character. But we still will. We still will. Just do what I say, not what I do. You know what I'm saying? But I will swatch these for you as well. Isabel is the island rep. She's a little Shih Tzu at the front desk. And before she basically, like before this game when she was featured in other games, she basically ran the whole island and worked really hard. And there's so many memes about her just being lazy and watering flowers in this game. But she's still my queen. When I play Smash, I rock Isabel and I take names with Isabel, okay? You cannot stop me. So Isabel is probably like my favorite NPC. Let me swatch her colors for you. So, God, the placement, Cassidy. Okay, so these are the swatches from Isabel's palette. As you can see, the yellow is kind of faint. It is definitely a shimmery color. You could probably pack it on, really, and I'm going to try my best to do it today. But I think this corally pink, even though it says it's not eye shape, it seems like it's a similar formula to the blushes. So maybe they just put the blush in that. I don't really know. I'm not a makeup professional, so I'm just going based off of textures of like these products and other products I felt before in the past. And these definitely seem similar to a blush, so I think that's why they're saying it's not eye safe. That glitter though, oh my god. Like, hello. I love it. This will probably be my highlighter today if I go with my pink look. I'm really excited. And this mauve color, I know it doesn't really catch on camera, but it does have a lot of shimmers in it too. And I hope that you'll be able to read it on the eyes. So I'm still hopeful for this palette. Does that disappoint me that there's two colors you're not supposed to use on your eyes in an eyeshadow palette? Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Normally I do like Colourpop, but that is one thing I felt to be pretty annoying. If that was the case, I would have wished they would have came out with more glitters and called them glitters instead of trying to put them in an eyeshadow palette, if that makes sense, you know? Like, I'd rather pay for more product in glitters and then just have some, like, matte eyeshadows than to put them in an eyeshadow palette, but then them not be eye safe. If that makes sense? I don't know. But anyway, we're going to move on to the last eyeshadow palette, and then I'll start putting stuff on my face. This is La Belle of the Ball. This is Douglas's favorite. And it looks like, now that I'm reading the back, this too is similar to this one, has two pigments that you're not supposed to put on your eyes in an eyeshadow palette. This is mostly purples. Let me just take that out. Take the plastic filming out for you. Yeah, so these are the purples. Now, I love that duochrome right here. Amazing, right? Custom design looks so good. It's got that blue-green reflex in it, and it's stunning. These, again, talking about NPC lore for people who don't really know Animal Crossing all that well. The two sisters run the tailor shop in town where you can buy your clothes, and the third sister goes off and tries to go to school to become a fashion designer and stuff like that. It's really cute. But yeah, so apparently Able Sisters, which is this one, which is the glitter, it looks similar to the other one, so I'm not mad. Like, this has been consistent throughout the palettes that you're not supposed to put this on your eyes. But then Serene Sable, which is this purple one here, is apparently not eye safe as well, even though it looks like a matte eyeshadow, which it's the only matte in this palette, and you kind of need matte eyeshadows. So I'm a little salty about that. But the other ones are Tailor's Ticket and Custom Design. I'm assuming this one is going to be like that coral pink where it's more of a pressed blush. And I don't really know what would make it not safe for your eyes if it's not a glitter. But regardless, I'm going to swatch these and we'll see how it looks on the skin. So this is the purple palette, if you can see. So yeah, this is the glitter. It has the same consistency as the Billionaire glitter. So that's why I can really tell, like, it makes sense that I wouldn't be eye safe. I'm not mad about that. The second one is the duochrome shade, which again, I love. I just love how it catches the light. When it's flat, it looks more of like almost like a brown, but like a mauve brown. but the purple duochrome is really pretty. That dark purple is the pressed pigment, which again, I don't know why that wouldn't be eye safe, because it feels like the brown eyeshadow in the Hoot one, to be honest. What was it? Who? And it said who was eye safe. So I don't know if it's the color that's affecting it or what. We probably have to get more chemistry on our side. But then the bottom also is the purple one. It's got some glitters on it. It's still cute. I like the color story. I'm just a little bit disappointed at the fact that like we can't put it all on our eyes, and I probably won't let that go. I'm sorry if like I keep repeating myself, or you know, you might be like, okay, that's not a big deal. It's still product you can put on your face. Like, yeah, but if you think about it, like so this is another criticism that I've seen online with Colourpop, right? And normally when they put out eyeshadow palettes, they're in like a 9 pan, or a pan of like 9 colors, right? And so these are way smaller and they're only 4. And again, in my opinion, if you can only use 2 out of the 4, then you're getting 2 eyeshadows. So like that, definitely a negative. Would I still buy this anyway? Yeah, because I'm a big Animal Crossing fan. Like I said, I love this. I love makeup. I love Nintendo. So I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy it because I'm a collector and I love this sort of merchandise, and this is everything that's on brand for me. I felt the same way when they came out with the Sailor Moon palette, but I didn't get a chance to get it. And I probably still could, but like I didn't buy it at the time, but it looked so cute and it was very me. I love when they do collaborations, but I do feel like this one, a lot of people complained and said they were expecting more, and a lot of them complained about the packaging style, which this is the part where I disagree with, because if you look at like Nintendo swag or merch or whatever, it is super minimalistic. This is a lot for Nintendo. Okay, I'm just going to say it. This is a lot for Nintendo. This is a lot for Animal Crossing. The more interesting, complex merch that you're going to find for Animal Crossing comes from fan-made things, not from Nintendo itself. So do I think that this was, like, busy of them? Yeah. I don't think you're going to get busier packaging, because I saw people talking about, like, oh, they could have made eyeshadow brushes that look like fishing rods and shovels and stuff, and although I think that would be super cool, I just don't think it would fit with the brand. I really don't. I think these pastel colors, or these, they're not even all pastels, but some of these are pretty bright for Nintendo, so I do think in terms of the packaging, I personally like it. I think it's really cute. I love it. I don't need it to be like over the moon, because that's not what the game is. The game is like super simplistic, so I'm not mad about that. But what I am mad about is that just the eyeshadow thing, really, because again, I would rather them package it all as separate glitters or separate highlights or however what they want to label it, and call it that, and then give me true eyeshadows than to just cut corners and put some of that in there, because that's what it feels like to me. It feels like they're cutting corners, which is kind of sad, because I am a big Colourpop fan. And then the same thing, some people were like complaining about the lip tints being kind of sheer, or they didn't know why we didn't get full-on lipsticks. Like, not to stereotype, but like Nintendo is a Japanese brand, and like with Asian beauty, a lot of them don't wear heavy lipstick, so the lip tints seem again to be more in the wheelhouse of Nintendo. I know there's different makeup brands over in Asia that have done Pokemon collabs, and it's like a similar thing. They don't make a whole lot of lipstick, and if they do, it's just pretty much a bright red. There's no browns, there's nothing like that. So again, I'm not mad at the lip tints. I think they look cute. I need more stuff for everyday wear anyway, so I'm happy with this, but I can understand other people are upset. I think they just need to remember, like, the brand itself with Nintendo. I don't think they would have done heavy lipsticks, especially since they really catered this to be, like, kind of like a kid's game, even though obviously a lot of adults play it too. It's the same thing with the Pokemon franchise, right? Even though they're owned by kind of different, it's like a different thing, but it's like appeasing the adult audience while still maintaining the fact that this is a child-friendly brand. And I think that's what this makeup really does, and I know that disappoints a lot of people, but I do think it was a smart choice on their behalf to make it that way. Again, my main complaint is just with the eyeshadows. Like, if you're going to make that small of an eyeshadow palette compared to the other ones, and compared to the like other collabs you've done that have been a lot bigger, make them eye safe. And then just package the rest as glitters. Because again, these are beautiful colors, like gorgeous colors, but if I can't use them, like, you know, I'm not going to enjoy that. That's just me. That's just my opinion. But let's get into like how this stuff applies. I know we talked a lot about like the packaging and the internet drama and shit like that. Oops, and things like that. But let's just start putting stuff on our face. But now that I'm looking at all the colors on my arm, maybe I'll blend the two, because I like the pink of this, but I think it's just too cold for me. But you know what? This is a trial, so I'm going to put both of them on my face. Why not? You know what? This isn't so much for me as it is for you guys. We're trying this together, right? So let's try the what was this called? The Flower Power Blush real quick on me. Ooh. This is really cute. So yeah, that's the pink. And so let's go into the orange one now. Or the coral. This is called Flower Tender, I believe. Oh my god. I might have put on too much. Okay, so yeah, I feel like that one is pretty pigmented. So what I'm going to do is kind of bring the pink over this side. I'm just going to blend the two together, honestly. So I'm going to put the coral on top of this pink, and then I'm going to put the pink on top of the coral and make my own blush, I think. This is going to be a blush heavy look though, so don't freak out. I promise. It's going to be good. So let's put a little bit of this pink on top of the other cheek. Just kind of go above. Yeah. I like that both of them blended like that. I think it looks really cute. I think for everyday stuff, I could go do either one. Because surprisingly, the cool tone pink, I felt like wasn't that strange on me. I just felt like it was a little light. And so when you put it on like my acne scars or whatever, it did kind of accentuate them. But like, I don't know. I think it's good. Okay, let me just put this on first. See, it's like wet. I like touching it. It's so much fun. Oh my god, look how cute. You see what I mean by like having it like freckles like this? And I feel like this looks very like Zodiac-y or like Space Girl type. Yeah, we're just gonna put our freckles all across our face like this. Oh my god. I love this. So we have that. So like that's the kind of mood I want to go for. I really want to do pinks and golds to channel my inner Isabel. I'm going to try to use a color from every palette, believe it or not. I'm really going to try to serve it to you guys today, so that you guys get your like money's worth with this video, okay? Okay, so I'm just going to go in with this yellow and put it all over the lid, I think. And we're going to use this little... I am glad that they did give us little mirrors in all of these little palettes. Even the blush palettes, I believe, have mirrors in them too. Can you see it? It kind of almost looks like it's got like a green undertone, which surprises me because I wanted it to be warm. But that's okay. That's okay. We regroup. We keep going. I think I'm going to use... So I used Isabel from that palette, and I think I'm going to use this metallic one, the bottom, on the outside. So let me do that real quick. Now I do like this color a lot. I'm just patting this on top of it. I'm not really like smearing it around, but I'm just kind of patting it. I'm going a little bit more than halfway. And then I'm going back into Resonant Rep, and I'm going to use this maroony color and to put it even further on the outside part. This kind of had, oh god, I'm smearing, see like there's already fallout messing up the palette. And again, these are pressed pigments, so it's going to be fallouty, but they're going to supposed to have like a lot of pigment. So yeah, let me just try to fix that up. I do really like this pink color too. It's very pretty. I'm going to also just take a bigger brush. The one I was kind of using for my blush. This blush is a lot, but I feel like it could be more. So I'm going to take this eyeshadow and I'm going to try to drag it along the outside. And just kind of bring it down some more. Yeah, see, that's the kind of pigment I wanted. And you know what? If you want to use this color as a blush, go right ahead. But I'm kind of just like trying to connect this into the eyebrow and bring it down. Just a little bit more. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. And it's covering up a little bit of the gold. That's okay. We can put more gold glitter over it. I did kind of do this out of order. But I think this is a lot more pigmented, or maybe this is just the color I wanted over the blush. Again, like if this is a kid-friendly brand and they're doing it more like Asian makeup, it's not going to be as pigmented. I just do these things because I like zany makeup. I'm always impressed by like what people can do with makeup. I think it's really cool. Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. And then that way this blends into the blush. And I'm going to do this, right, just to kind of define the nose a little bit more. But see how I'm kind of like going over the eyebrow with it? So it looks like it's part of the eyes, but it's not. So since water landing is eye safe, I am going to be using this kind of underneath the eye just to make like a little liner to make it look a little bit more interesting. I was hoping to use the purple from the other one on top as like a liner as well. So we'll see. So let me experiment with the green palette and just use the darkest shade in here to make like a liner. Okay, I know it looks crazy right now, but I promise it will look better. Okay, so now I'm going to take the brush I used with the yellow on it. I'm not going to dip back into the yellow, but I'm just going to kind of blend that like this. So yeah, I guess I don't really know what this look is. I think it's just kind of like fantasy, what I wish I looked like if I was in like a video game, kind of thing. Kind of look like Stitches, to be honest, with all the different rainbow colors. So let's just call this my Stitches look, because I love him. Okay, so this is a lot. I don't want to put too many colors on to ruin it, but also, I want to stick to my goal of using every color in the palette. So let me see. So I'm going to use Custom Design, that shimmer. Hopefully it'll be pigmented enough. I'm just going to use it as an eyeliner on the second half out here. Maybe, I know this is starting to look clowny. Maybe this is like my Pietro look instead. I used to hate him, but now I kind of like him. Let me try that. So I'm just literally going to take my finger like that. See, look how nice it looks on the finger though. I'm just kind of like smack it in the middle. If it looks muddy, I don't care. I put one eyeshadow from every palette on here. That is my goal, and that's what I did. So you're welcome. So now that I did that, I'm going to put mascara on and see what this looks like. See, to try and make this look more complete, I'm going to put mascara on. So just be right back on that. So I recognize that these are a lot of colors on my face, but I do think they still look good. And I'm going to try to like blend a little bit like this before I put the highlight on, even though you probably like, oh, Cassie, you have gold on your face. Isn't that your highlight? No, it's not. No, it's not. I feel like this is also like a Festivale look, you know what I'm saying? It's very in keeping with the current update that's going to happen, or the event that's going to happen. So, like I said, I want to put a highlight on, and the one I really want to use is Island Designer. It has mostly pinks, but it also has golds in it. I'm going to put that on my cheeks. If that's not bright enough, I'll put more gold like this on, but I really wanted to try it at first. So I'm going to use this fluffy brush, really sweep some of that on there. Can you see it? Maybe I need like a more concentrated brush. There we go. I just can't put it on my inner corner highlight though. That's what makes me sad, is because normally I do that. And there's not like, I mean, there's the Super Shock eyeshadow. I'll put that in my inner corner. Because I don't think I can put the gold in there either. It's just like, again, my point of why I think, see, that's the highlight on just normal skin. Again, why I think we should have just had more highlights in this collection than eyeshadows. That's what I think. Because now the pink on there looks nice, but it looks like a little... Maybe it's not bright enough to call a highlighter. I don't know what their logic was. I really don't. Yeah, I'm going to put the gold one on top, I think, because the pink by itself is not doing it for me. Yeah, because it literally just looks like glitter. It's not even highlight. Like, look at that. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. On the cheeks it looks fine, because I already got the glitter going on here, but there it looks a little like, what the heck. I think I'm just being a fool at this point. Come on, queen, help us out. Sure. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna leave it at this. I'm not gonna press my luck anymore because I feel like this still looks good and I still feel like it looks fun. I think I'm just pushing it a little bit. Okay, so now let's move on to the lippies. I'm gonna do cherry and then I'm gonna do coconut. I think will be a better pairing. Okay, so I'm gonna be lining my lips now with the lip tint. So that's pretty pigmented for a lip tint. Wow. This is cute. This is really cute. I love this coconut one. And yeah, it does very much smell like coconut. So if you're somebody who's not into smells, I'm sorry. But it looks really cute. Oh my god. Yeah, these are adorable. I love these. These lip tints are so worth it. I'm really surprised about how pigmented they are, considering that they're just a tint. But look how cute my lips look. Okay, so let me just spray down my face and call it a day. Okay, and this is the final look. I know this is like wild and crazy, but this is just like stuff for me to A, try to get as many products on my face as possible, and B, just kind of like show you what all you can do with this, even though it's like a collection that people are like, oh, that's not really that pigmented. I made it work. Even with the limited amount of eyeshadows I had, I made it work. So let me give you my final thoughts on like the parts I liked about this collections and the parts I didn't like. Okay, so let's like start with the positives. My favorite thing about these collections, even though I didn't really talk about them the whole lot in this video, are the lip tints. I love these. Look at my lips. They're so cute. I did line mine with one and then fill it in with the other, and they are more pigmented than the other ones. But I was really surprised how quick they went on. I like the smells. I think it's a really good texture. I really like these, so if you're not going to get everything in this collection, you had to get one thing, I would really recommend the lip tints. Granted, they are kind of neutral for the most part, but like for just an everyday thing, I could see myself realistically using this a lot. So I really like these in case you want to pick them up. Likewise, I really like the Belle glitter. I think the middle of my face is like the most fun part, even though my eyes are kind of crazy. I think the middle part is super fun, and I think honestly, like, okay, let me zoom in for you. I know this is really wild. Hello, look at all. Okay, so this is not realistically an everyday thing, but this is so much fun for a party. Putting this on as a highlight, I think, would be absolutely amazing, right? And if that's your jam, that's your jam. I think this is something you can keep in your collection for a while just for fun, for Carnival, for Mardi Gras. It's coming up, or just to have costume night at home. I really like this, so I would really recommend this glitter. Let's see. The Super Shock eyeshadow I didn't really play with too much. Like I said, it's really close to my skin pigment. I used it as an inner corner highlight, and I kind of like it. I think this is one of those things where I can just throw on over my eyes for something easy, like quick go makeup, and it would be fine. So I do need to play with this Balloon Pop Super Shock eyeshadow a little bit more, but I do think it's, for what it is, it's good. Maybe next time I'll do another look with this makeup and make it a lot more toned down than this, and I'll feature this one more. Okay, so then moving on to my lesser favorite things, the eyeshadow palettes. So I love these in concept. I love these in colors. I think this is the perfect kind of color palette for Animal Crossing. I really do. The only thing that gets me a little heated is these two palettes having two eyeshadows that you're not even meant to use on your face. That really associates me, especially this one, considering it's a dark purple. This one I'm not as mad at because you could use that pink for a blush. Like, look how pretty that is as a blush for me. It's my perfect blush shade, so I will be using this as a blush, definitely. But the same cannot be said, though, of this purple one. What else am I going to use it for besides eyeshadow? So, like, what is the point of this pigment? Unless you're trying to do, like, a Halloween look or something. I have a really hard time believing that you're going to use that dark purple eyeshadow. What's it called? Serene Stable? Yeah, the Serene Stable eyeshadow. What else are you going to use that for besides an eyeshadow? So that was really disappointing to me, which is sad because I know a lot of people like purple eyeshadow palettes. I literally just bought myself one and I'm trying to use more purples. But yeah, I don't get that. So that is a miss for me. I just find that kind of frustrating as a consumer. So not my favorite. If you want to get the eyeshadows to just collect, to be a collector, I think you should. I think the other two, I can live with that. The gold glitter, I can live with the fact that that's just meant to be a highlight. Even the green, I can live with the fact that that's just meant to be a highlight because some people like green highlights. Like, it's not very common, but yeah, you can pull it off. That one sparkle, let me find it on my thing, right? That doesn't look too green to me. That could be a light highlight, you know? It is kind of chunky, though, just a warning. I think you can tell on my face. When I tried to put that pink on as a highlight, it definitely came off more as a glitter than it did a highlight. So that's something to be aware of. I don't really know what that would be considered, but yeah, that's just kind of how I feel about the eyeshadow. So, like, A for effort and design, but, like, the execution, though, I don't know. I was kind of disappointed. The other eyeshadows, I think, worked very well on my face. I love that one. I like the duochrome. I like all the pigmentation is there. It's just like, I don't know, like I said, it just doesn't make a whole lot of practical sense to me. And then finally, the last two things that I was kind of disappointed by, honestly, were the blushes. I think the coral one was pretty pigmented, and I liked it, and I would definitely use this as every day. So if you're going to pick up one of the two, I would definitely recommend this one. This one, for me, just felt like really, I'm not a cool tone person. If you're a cool tone person, get this one. But this one, Jesus. This one, for me, just didn't seem like you could really use it for a whole lot because it's pretty chalky, to be fair. Like, I've had powder blushes before and I've switched to eyeshadows, you know, but this is very chalky for a blush, and so is the other one. The formula just is different like that. And I just feel like this shade is very cool tone, but there's also like sparkles in it, and it's almost borderline purple. So I feel like unless you were like really, I don't know, maybe like if you were like dark or like had very cool, almost to gray undertones, you could use this, but it would be harder to pull this off. Like I said, I did put on me, and it was light, and it was really, really cute, but it was like a light coverage. I felt like if I packed this on, you would really notice the fact that this has a completely different undertone. So I'm not a huge fan. Maybe, again, I'll change my mind because I've done that in the past where I've made videos on certain products, like my mascara, and I was like, not really a fan, and then I fell in love with it after using it multiple times. So I hope that happens to me again. But yeah, the blushes, I don't know. Just like when I saw the pigmentation of that pink eyeshadow on my face as opposed to the blushes, I was like, you know what? I might as well just use eyeshadow, to be completely honest. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, that's my overall thoughts on this collection. Let me know down below if you've tried this and what you think of it. Let me know down below if you think that I gave a fair review. If you don't think that, let me know why. Also, comment down below if you made it to the end of this video. Just comment down below your favorite Animal Crossing villager. Like I said, mine's Stitches, but he's not on my island. So let's see, who's my new island favorite? I really like Sprinkles. Sprinkles is on my island. Let me just tell me what villagers live on your island. I'll give you a list of mine off the top of my head. So I have Sprinkles, Sid, Octavian, Penelope, Lucy, Renee, I know I have more. Who else? The cow girl. What the heck is her name? Oh my god, I'm so bad. But I have a snooty cow villager, and I'll put her up here. And then I also have a snooty penguin. And I'm missing one. Who else am I missing? Octavian Sid, the elephant. Oh, the frog. I have a jock tree frog that's red camouflage, and his birthday's the same day as my husband, so that's why I keep him around. But those are my Animal Crossing villagers. Obviously, you could probably see who I have a preference for and who I don't. But yeah, let me know who your villagers are down below, and until next time, thanks, bye!